Hey guys, Chris here with Energy X Project. We're going to go over a headstand today. A headstand is a foundation skill to a handstand push-up. As far as how to learn the handstand push-up, it should be learn a headstand, learn a handstand, and then learn how to get from one to the next. And we definitely see that the headstand doesn't get trained enough, doesn't get taught enough. So we're going to go over how to properly do the headstand, and then make sure that we're in good positions. That way it transfers over to some other skills like the handstand push-up, against the wall, away from the wall. It'll also just kind of work that bottom position. Understanding the bottom position and how to get into a strong position is very similar to like understanding the bottom position of a squat when learning to Olympic lift. You got to understand where you're heading to properly understand how to implement it into a complex skill like a handstand push-up, or the squat being like a snatch or a clean. If you don't know where you're going, never been in that position before, it shouldn't be taught to just throw yourself into that position. So we're going to go over the headstand, some ways of training it, some ways of practicing it, what position you should be in, and then we'll talk a little bit about what positions you shouldn't be in. So first off, we're going to do what we call a tripod, which is a very stable position. It can also be the bottom position of an aggressive kipping handstand push-up movement. So when setting up for the handstand push-up, your hands need to be about shoulder width, maybe slightly outside, but not too wide. Very similar to as if we were to go overhead in any type of movement. We're not going to get super extreme on the width of the arms. It's not a very good driving position. Sometimes the shoulders are a little bit compromised on where it is. So about shoulder width, no wider than about thumbs at shoulder width. Head position is going to be out in front of the hands. That's so we can get the body set up in a good, strong position to drive overhead. What we don't want is we don't want the head in line with the hands, shoulders rolled forward, elbows real wide. We've all seen that as a poor position in the push-up. It's exactly the same in the handstand push-up, just where you're heading is a little bit different. So hands about shoulder width. Head is going to be out in front of the hands, far enough to where you can see your hands with your eyes. If you can't see your hands, your head's too close to your hands, and you're not going to be very stable or have much balance forward and back, which is going to cause you to maybe need like the wall to assist you in balance, which again can kind of put your neck in a weird position, and it also puts all the weight on your head. You want some weight in your hands and in your head, especially when you're about to drive against the ground. So hands about shoulder width, head out in front. First position is going to be knees on the back of the arms. Second position would be knees off the arms. Third position would be the full headstand. We'll go to a profile view. So hands shoulder width, head out in front of the hands where we can see the hands. Getting the knees to the back of the arms, knees off the arms, and headstand. As you can see, there's a little bit of an angle to the headstand. That's because we have a large base and we want our center of mass, usually our hips, over the center of that base. I don't want all the weight up towards my head. I don't want all the weight in my hands. I want to be balanced. All right, so practice that. Practice on getting some balance there. Practice on feeling stable. And then that's going to transfer over to the handstand push-up, and especially the freestanding handstand push-up. Work on your balance. Work your foundation skills. Piece them together later. I'm out.